Hey everybody. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? My computer has been acting so slow all day. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? There. I think you can. All right. Yes, do you hear me? Okay. All right. Hello, hey. Hello, everybody. So yes. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, good. So I'm going to start off this live by saying if you are new here and this is your first time catching a live, this is not going to be like a kind of step-by-step. I mean, I'm going to show you step-by-step how to do what we're doing today, but it's not necessarily like a shortened kind of like how a video would be, basically like a step-by-step tutorial. This is more interactive, more engaging. Even though I am going to kind of do more of a step-by-step kind of like thing today, but typically this is just more of an engaging environment. So if you are looking for something that is shortened, maybe 20 minutes or so in a video, and you're looking for specific step-by-step with no engaging, no extra talking or anything like that, definitely head over to my channel. I have tons of tutorials there. Okay. I'm Angel B, for those who do not know, and this is Angel B Designs. And I am going to start off by saying hello to everybody who is in here, because y'all don't have to be here. You could be anywhere else, on anybody else's channel, but you are here with me, and I appreciate that. So let me scroll up to the top. Am I like lagging or anything? My video, or I don't know if it's my internet connection or if it's my computer. All right. Hello, Jennifer. Hey, Tanya. How are you? Miss Karen G. Hey, Dimps Boo. How are you? No. Okay. I think it's just my computer. My computer is acting so crazy. Hey, Miss C. How are you? Hey, Stacy. Hey, Jesse. Thank you for being here. Hey, Lucille. Elevate Artistry. AB. Is AB my new nickname? For those that don't know, I love AB rhinestones. They are my favorite, and it just so happens those are also my initials. So that's where the AB came from. Hey, Porgy Town. How are you? Hey, Willie and Cheryl and Leslie and Marcia. Hey, Karen. Okay, yes. Hey, Miss Nene Designs. Hey, Elena. Listening and trying to stay awake to watch. Oh, Elena, if you're tired, go ahead and go to bed. My youngest son, caught me taking a nap earlier. He jumped on the bed and was like, "Mommy," and I like jumped up because I hadn't even realized that I dozed off. Hey, Loretta. Hey, Mary. Hey, Nene. Hey, Martha. Hey, Lillian. Scrolling down. Hey, Veronica. AB Queen. Hey, everybody. Uh-oh. I just lost my place in the comments. Okay. Hey, crafting is my business. Hey, Erica. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Janita. Hey, Up Designs. Hey, Doreen. Hey, Nikki. Hey Andre, thank you so much for that. Yeah, I think it's my computer is just lagging just a little bit. I'm not sure if it's my computer or if it's my internet, but something's been really funky today. Hey Carla, I live in Southfield. Hey Marissa, hey Elizabeth. Okay, I think I got down to the bottom. Okay. So, um what I'm doing today is I know last week in some of the Facebook groups and then like on Instagram and TikTok, there was like the mom shirts, the mama shirts. So it was mama across the front and then the EST and then the year and then the names on the sleeves. Now I did do that and I took it home. I actually wore it over the weekend, so I don't have it with me, but I did two versions of it. I did the regular one where it just said mama on the front with the names on the sleeve. But then I also did another version of it just because I like variety and I like puff, okay? I like HTV period. So I also did this one, which is kind of like a stacked type of thing. Y'all, it's a piece of hair like tickling my neck. There we go. I got it. Um so we got glitter and puff in the middle, and then I got flock HTV here, so it's purple flock, and then I got purple holographic, and then this is purple puff as well. So this was the second variation that I did in that mama shirt. So I posted this actually in some of the Facebook groups, including mine, and I got a lot of questions on how to do that, on how to, kind of do like this. And I believe I do have a tutorial on this where I did the stay gracious. I think it was the last video I uploaded where I was showing you how to create the stacked font from scratch in Leonardo Design Studio. Now they do have like the stacked font that you can go and get from Creative Fabrica. Um, but so for me, like the stacked fonts that I've seen, I would have to manipulate it anyway. So for me, I just like to do it from scratch because if I'm going to download the font just to manipulate it to what I want anyway, it's going to take basically the same amount of effort as just kind of creating it from scratch. So that's why I do that. And then I am going to show you how to create specifically this one in Leonardo Design Studio today. But if you don't have or you're not using Leonardo Design Studio, this could also be done in Silhouette Studio as well as Cricut Design Space. I almost forgot the name of Cricut. I haven't been in Cricut Design Space in a long time, y'all. Okay, ever since I've been like focused on Romeo, I've just been Cricut has kind of fallen to the wayside for me. Okay, but you can do this using the slice feature in Cricut Design Space, and then you can do this using the subtract or the subtract off feature in Silhouette Studio. So it still can be done in other softwares. You don't have to use Leonardo to do it. Okay, but that's what we're going to do today. And then I do have it already cut out. I'm going to be pressing it on a gray hoodie, and I have the same thing. So I have some glitter, some puff. I have brick vinyl instead of the flock vinyl. Yeah, I've never used brick before, but I heard it was nice. So I got some brick vinyl that I'm going to try out today, and then more holographic. And then we're going to press it. So I do already have it cut out. And if we have time, I made some new templates. Let me show you. Now, anytime I make new templates, I got to press them and I got to cut them, brush them in, and press them before I let y'all know before I let y'all get them, because I got to make sure that they're right. But I did make some new templates. I know the stacked one is linked down below. I forgot to link the other one, the second one I'm going to show you. If we have time, I'll brush these in with you guys and do another one. But this is the first one that I did. It says you are enough. This is the stacked one. So there's two files that I uploaded in my Etsy shop today, which is this one, the stacked you are enough. And then for this, I did Labrador. Yep, I did Labrador on the outline. I did Violet Volcano on this top one, Violet Ice, and Light Siam AB. And then Enough is also Labrador. This one also comes with a vinyl file. So this one is a bundle. So there's a vinyl file that looks exactly like this. I haven't pressed the vinyl file yet, but I know it's good, because if the rhinestone template is good, the vinyl file is going to be good. And then this is the second one. It's the same thing. It says You Are Enough. It's just not stacked. It's just singular. And this one, I know the rhinestones that I picked, you kind of can't tell, but I tried to get a little fancy with the two colors. The colors that I picked, they almost look like it's the same stone, but the light's hitting it different, but it's not. So this top part is Aquamarine AB, and the bottom part is Emerald AB. But they look really similar, and the outline is icicles. But this is the second one. Now, this one I forgot to link, but it is, if you just click the Etsy link in my description box, it'll take you to my shop. So I don't have a vinyl file for this one yet, but the vinyl file goes with the stacked font. And then this one is just the template. I mean, just the rhinestone template, not the vinyl. So if we have time, because I don't want to be here all night, y'all, I get up at 5:30 in the morning now to go to the gym, so can't be here all night. If we have time, I'll brush one of those in, but I do want to do the mama shirt first. I just bit my lip. All right, let me look at the comments and see who else came in. Hey, LaShonda, how are you? Picture Me Crafting, how are you? Thank you, guys. Hey, Patrice Boo, how are you? Yes, Elena, I try to create a bunch of different, versions of files, because some people don't like stacked, some people love stacked, some people aren't doing rhinestones, but they love vinyl. Like I try to. The only thing I'm not doing yet is SS6. Patrice, I'm gonna get into the SS6 designs one of these days. All right. Hey, everybody. To Be Young, Gifted, and Black. Hello. Hey, Valerie. Can you show off the beautiful shirt you're wearing before? Oh, so, yep. This one is Patrice's file. I want to say it's in her shop, or at least her website. It says Be Kind, or STFU, which stands for words I'm not going to say on this live, but I'm sure you can Google what that means. I'm sure Google will tell you what it means. And then the colors I use are Orm Dorado, Champagne AB, and then Gold Orange AB. Hey, Nicole, how are you? I'm just scrolling down. Really, brick is good. I've been hearing good things about it. I've never used it, so today's gonna be my first time. So the only thing that irritates me about the Siser Romeo is the presets. They're not good enough. So when I cut, like there's a brick preset on the Romeo, and I've never used it before. I've never weeded it before, so I just used the brick preset when I went to cut it, but it didn't cut it good enough. And it did the same thing with the Siser holographic. I'm using Siser brick, and I use Siser holographic. When I used the Siser holographic preset, it didn't cut it good enough. Y'all saw me struggling to weed it 2 lives ago. That was me using the preset that was already there. The presets, you got to bump those up a little bit. So I kind of went through all my presets and like bumped them up like 5, all of them, because the presets they're not strong enough. So when I was weeding it, it was giving me a hard time, but I got it. All right, I'm going. Thank you guys so much. Oh, CJ says hi, and Levi. Hi, CJ and Levi. You guys, every time I'm watching like Patrice's live or Eve or Marilyn, and I'm in the comment and I say hey to everybody, when they say, hey, Angel B, CJ will look at me and he'll go, are they talking to you? I'm like, yeah, they're talking to me. And they're like, how? How are they talking to you? How do they know you? How does this YouTuber know you? Like the fact that other YouTubers know me and said my name on YouTube is like so cool to him. So I told him when I was leaving the house to come watch my live and to comment, and I told him I would say his name since I'm a YouTuber too. So all right. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have Leonardo Design Studio. Let me get it pulled up. I did have the file already like in Leonardo Design Studio, but then my computer was acting crazy, so I turned it off, forgot to save it. So we're literally about to do this from scratch because I didn't save it. Hey, everybody popping in. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to look at the comments on my phone because I'm about to share my screen. Delana, you are just in time. We are starting right now. We're starting right now. Haven't done anything yet. Okay, let me go to present, share screen. You guys, I have to sneeze so bad, and I'm just waiting for it to come. Entire screen. Okay. All right. So this is Leonardo Design Studio. The colors on your sweatshirt are beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody popping in. Okay, so this is Leonardo Design Studio. If you don't have a Siser Romeo or a Siser Juliet, this is the design software that comes with the machine. Kind of like how when you purchase a Cricut machine, you get Cricut Design Space. When you purchase a Siser machine, you get the Siser Leonardo Design Studio. This is what it looks like. And I do have the Pro. I want to say Leonardo Design Studio is $8.99 a month, but do not quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. I'll probably double check before I get off of here, but I want to say it's $8.99 a month. And I do think they might have a yearly option that I'm not sure of either, but it's information I can find out. Okay, so from scratch, I'm going to go ahead and get some text. Now, the text that I'm going to use today, I did import from dafont.com. So DAFONT.com. If you have a Creative Fabrica membership, they do have it like a university type font. It might be called something different, but I know on Dafont it's called University. But that's where I got it from, and here it is here. Uploading fonts to Leonardo Design Studio is essentially the exact same as like how you would do it if you were uploading it to Cricut or Silhouette. I keep going back to Cricut because I know a lot of people are very familiar with the software. So uploading fonts to Leonardo Design Studio is essentially the same. You're going to make sure that the application or the design studio is closed out. You're going to go ahead, download your font, install for all users. Or if you have a Mac, I can't remember how to do it on a Mac. I really don't use my Mac that often, but download it onto your computer, then open back up Leonardo Design Studio, and it should be there. I think it's like install font or font install or something like that on Mac. I can't exactly remember. And then it should be right there in your text. Okay, so I'm going to click University, and then I'm going to type in Mama. Okay. You do have the option to pick your font size, to bold it, italicize, center. You can do left, right, or no wrap. You can do auto weld text. You can do glyphs. For this one, I'm not going to use the glyphs or anything like that or change them. But for some of the fonts, they do have really, really pretty glyphs. Let me see if I can find one. The one I've been using for the rhinestones is one that Patrice told me about when I took her when I took her class. Let me put this in lowercase. But these are the glyphs for Bjersen, which, like I said, this is a font that Patrice told me about. And then this is how you would add your glyphs in Leonardo Design Studio. Okay, but we're not using glyphs today. So let me go back to university. Uh-oh. Angel B, do you have the HTTP wrong? Yes, I do. Okay. So this is going to be the starting point. When I'm doing this file, I kind of start in the middle and then I build up and downwards. That's how you kind of, because with these vinyls, I don't actually layer them on top of each other. And then especially today, because I'm using brick, I've heard, again, I've never used it, but from what I've heard, you cannot layer brick on top of anything else, and you should not layer anything on top of brick. Brick needs to stand on its own. So when I'm doing these, I don't necessarily, like, the vinyl is right up against each other, but I don't layer the vinyls on top of each other. So I'm slicing things out so that the fonts fit within each other, so that it looks like they're laying on top of each other, but technically they're not. Okay, so the easiest way to do that, because mama is going to be kind of like on top of everything else, that's why I start in the middle and then build outwards. Hopefully that makes sense. But this is going to be the middle word, or I'm sorry, the middle mama, and then we're just going to build upwards. So the first thing I do is I add an offset around this, and you want to click editable contour, which is the cut. You want to include your holes. And then we're going to add a nice size offset, because this is going to be our first glitter layer. This glitter layer is going to be around the puff. And I like, for me, this is my preference. Okay. In Delanda's words, in my opinion, I don't like the puff and the glitter touching. I kind of like a little bit of space in between them. To me, it just looks a little bit better. So I'm going to make this this offset kind of on the bigger side, because we have to hollow it out. So I'm going to go 0.110, and then I'm going to change the color so we can see it. Okay, and then I'm going to select apply. Y'all, if I'm sniffing, it's because I have to sneeze so bad and it's like stuck in my nose. I'm just kind of scrolling through the comments to see if there's anything I missed. What's the difference with basic and pro? So the difference is going to be some of these features down here. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head which ones are not included with the basic, but I do know it's some of these features that are down here. And then also being able to export and save as like SVG, PNG, and things like that. I know you cannot do with the basic. Yes, Leonardo can import and export SVG if you're using the Pro. If you're using the basic, it can import a SVG, but it cannot export an SVG. Danisa, yes, if you have the Pro, you can transfer designs from Design Studio to Cricut if you have the Pro. If you have the basic, you cannot. Yep, rhinestones are coming. Patrick said January 2024. Okay, so now we have the red is going to be our glitter outline. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to create an inset on off the first layer. So I'm going to go back to build contours. We're going to select editable contour cut only. You want to include the holes. And then, so in Silhouette Studio, they have an offset and then they have like an internal offset. In Leonardo Design Studio, it's just one, it says offset amount, and you use this same button for either an offset that goes on the outside or an internal offset. To get the internal offset, you're just going to click the down arrow and go into the negatives. Let me change the color so we can see it. For the internal offsets, I don't want it to be too big because I want it to still keep the shape of the letters. If you go too small on the internal offset, or you make the internal offset too tight, it kind of starts to lose the shape of its letters. So you don't want to do that. So I'm going to go 0.0, I'll do 0.043, and then we'll click apply. And you know what? I think it did. Let me delete that, y'all. It put the offset on it put the inset on my offset, I think. Let me do that again. Leonardo Design Studio, the software, is definitely not hard. I'm going to put bring to front. It's definitely not hard. So I selected bring to front to make sure that this internal offset is on the top. It's not hard to learn at all. It's very, very beginner friendly. Okay. The learning curve, to me, I think Leonardo Design Studio is easier than Silhouette Studio, to be honest. So if you already know Silhouette Studio, Leonardo Design Studio is pretty easy, in my opinion. Okay, so the blue is the internal offset that we just created. So now what I'm going to do, this is now going to become our letters here. And then what I'm going to do with these two, I'm going to click and drag and select both. So I have selected the external offset and the original mama text that we typed out. And I'm going to go down here to the weld panel, and I'm going to go to remove front. That's going to remove the original text, and then it's also going to remove anything that the original text was touching. And this is now going to replace that. Okay, so now, and I'm going to change these to the color that I'm using. So I'm using black glitter. So this offset is now, that's going to be our black glitter layer. And then this blue is going to be our puff. And I'm just going to make sure that these are centered. Okay, so now we have our first layer, which is, again, the black glitter. And then I'm using, I think it's silver puff. Okay, so now we have to go ahead and I'm going to build up. Hey, everybody popping in. Good night, Carol. Okay, so now I'm going to start building up. I'm going to go ahead. I probably should have duplicated Mama, but it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and retype it. And then I want this to align with the glitter offset. Okay, so I'm going to click the glitter offset to see what the size is, and it's 8.852. So I'm going to select this text and type in 8.852 so that it'll be the same size. Oh my gosh, I have to sneeze so bad. 2.501. And then I'm just going to make sure this is the same size. 2.501. Okay. So now this text is the same size as the glitter offset. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that just so we have an extra on the side. So now I'm going to build upwards. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first change this color to, this is going to be the brick layer, which is also kind of, no, the brick layer is white, but I'm not going to use white because we won't be able to see it. So I'm just going to make this like a light gray. And then I'm also going to right click, order, and send it to back. Oh, don't play with me, computer. Okay. I'm going to send that to the back. I'm actually going to make this just a tiny bit smaller. I think that was a little too big. Okay. So I like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate that. I need to learn the shortcuts. You guys, when I was looking at Patrick, when he was showing this, when we were at Wallapalooza, the amount of shortcuts this man knew just like quickly like this, y'all, I was like, listen, I need the cheat sheet to all the shortcuts. But anyways, so this is going to be in the back. This layer, I'm going to do 2 of these. So this is going to go underneath, and we're going to send that to the back. And these are both going to be brick layers. So now I'm going to select all of these. I want to make sure that they are centered. And then I've never done it this way, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to highlight everything. And then I'm going to go to stamp and keep. So what it's going to do is essentially stamp whatever is touching these 2 layers, it's going to stamp it, but it's also going to keep the rest of it. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so it did it on this one, but oh no, it did do it. It did it on both. Okay, cool. So if you, I don't know if you can see at the top and at the bottom. That was my first time doing it that way, which is actually essentially kind of quicker. So I'm going to highlight everything, and we're going to go ahead and center. So now what I need to do is go ahead and add our final layer at the top here, which is going to be the holographic layer. And I need to add another one of these for the bottom. And I need the holographic layer to be behind the brick layer. So we're going to right click, send to back. Okay, same one, right click, send to back. All right, and then I'm going to highlight everything and make sure it is centered. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to try it again. I'm going to highlight everything and then go to stamp keep again. Now let's see if it did it. No, it did not. Okay, that's okay. Let me go back. So this time I'm just going to highlight the top 2 layers. It should do it with this one. I'm just going to highlight this top layer, which is what I want to stamp out this part here. Because again, I don't want the vinyl to actually touch. I just want it to have the appearance that it's touching. So I'm going to make sure all of it is centered. And then I'm going to highlight just the top 2 layers. And I essentially want to stamp out this part that's touching, stamp it out of this layer, but still keep that layer. Okay, so we're going to go to the weld panel and click stamp keep. And now we have it stamped out here. So now this layer will lay right inside of this layer without it actually touching. It just gives the illusion that it's touching. And we're going to do the exact same thing for these two here. Stamp keep. And then it's essentially done the exact same thing here. Now, for these parts here, like let's say you don't want this little line, or there's like a tiny little line here as well. Let's say you wanted to go ahead and get rid of those. All you have to do is break the paths, which is right click paths, and then ungroup them, and you'll be able to delete those. Whatever, little tiny pieces you don't think you'll need, you'll be able to go ahead and get rid of. Okay. So now we have our layers here. Now the final piece, which is the second puff piece, is going to be the EST, so the established, and then the way that I did it was EST and then the year that I became a mother, which was 2012. So I'm gonna go to text, and then I kind of can't remember what font I used. Let me see. It might have been BRC, but I can't remember. EST. No, that doesn't look like it. No, that's not it. I'm going to look for it quickly. I think this one was it. So this is Brush Script MT, and it might be a Leonardo Design Studio font, but I think this one was it. And then I'm going to click apply. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so that we can kind of see it. And then what I did was I just I wanted to be at the top. So I kind of just dragged it out across the top. But what I don't want is, basically the same thing. I don't want the puff vinyl to be layered. This is going to be our holographic color. I don't want the puff vinyl to actually touch that. So we got to, stamp this out as well. But I kind of want there to be a little bit of gap, because when you press puff, it's going to puff outwards. So you want to give it a little bit of space to be able to puff outwards. Essentially, that's why I don't like the glitter and the puff touching as well, because when it puffs outwards, it just, to me, if there's a little bit of space in between, it just looks better. So what I'm going to do is I got the EST 2012 highlighted, and then I'm going to build a contour around it. We're going to include the holes. And we're essentially going to stamp out the offset and then keep the original text. I'm going to do 0.079. Make sure we include the holes and select apply. Now I'm going to go ahead and move the original text out the way. And I want my offset here to be on top of the word mama, because I want this to be stamped out at the top. So I'm going to select the offset. I'm going to select the top word mama, and then we're going to, we can remove front on this one because I don't need the offset anymore. Remove front is going to remove the text. The stamp keep is going to keep the text. Okay. And now, as you can see, our text just kind of lays right within the word mama the way that it should, without actually touching, so that when it puffs outward and it has some room. Okay. And you guys, that's pretty much it. And then, you can change the color so that you can cut. All of these have a little bit of different settings. The glitter and the holographic can be cut on the same setting. The brick I would definitely say cut the brick a little bit higher as well. And then the puff can be cut on a lower setting. So you would just change the colors to like this one and this one you would cut on the same. This one and this one you would cut on the same. This puff and this puff is going to be cut the same. And then the glitter, you could really cut the glitter the same as the holographic if you wanted to. Definitely up to you. Okay. Let me scroll through the comments. Does anybody have any questions on Leonardo Design Studio? Because like I said, I do already have this cut out. So we're going to go ahead and get that pressed. But I'm going through the comments. Yep, rhinestones are coming in January. That's what Patrick said. The name of the font is Beerson with the glyph Beerson, Berson, Beerson script. Hello, everybody that is in and watching. Barb, yes, I'm using the Leonardo Design Studio Pro software. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. Okay. So that's how you create that file in Leonardo Design Studio. And again, you can create that exact same file in Silhouette Studio using the subtract feature or subtract all feature. You can also do it in Cricut Design Space using the slice feature. Okay, so you can create this from scratch in other softwares, just in case you do not have Leonardo Design Studio. So I'm going to go ahead and add my iPad. No, I'm not going to add my iPad because we have an echo. Let me mute this one. Okay, there we go. Can you guys still hear me? I got my phone so I can see the comments. Let me know if you can hear me. And I'm using a Make Market hoodie. You guys, I don't know, do you guys like the Make Market brand? Because I hate their t-shirts, but I love their sweatshirts and their hoodies. Okay, the sweatshirts and the hoodies are so nice, but I don't like the t-shirts. To me, the t-shirts, they're too, like, they're a little too thin, and they're also, like, the sizing is weird. So I normally wear a large, but with the Make Market t-shirts, I have to wear an extra large. The sizing is, it's off to me, but I love their hoodies and their sweatshirts. They're so soft. And they are thinner than normal hoodies. Like this one, I believe, might be a Gildan hoodie, and it's way thicker. I can definitely tell the difference. But I don't know, it's really soft to me. Yeah, the hoodies are very, very soft. The hoodies and the sweatshirts. I'm not sure what happened with the t-shirts. Like, how the heck did you guys make really good sweatshirts but terrible t-shirts? Yeah, they do run small. They run so small. All right, so I just did a quick pre-press. Now, I have my heat press set to 280 degrees. When I'm doing this, the reason I do that is because my puff requires 280 for 8 seconds. The rest of these vinyls, because the puff is going to be last. So for instance, the first one I'm going to do is the black glitter. Typically, I think glitter is like $3.50 for 30 seconds or something like that. I'm going to be pressing this glitter like 4 times. So that's why I keep it at the 280, because by the time I'm done pressing the entire shirt, I don't want this glitter to be over pressed. Okay, so that's why I'm doing it this way. And that's why I always keep my temperature just at the 280. Same with these other ones. I don't want them to get over pressed. So if I press this at the temperature it's supposed to be, and then I still have to press the shirt 2 or 3 more times, I just don't want this to get, overcooked. So I just keep it at 280 and I press it. Okay, so I got an extra piece. Oh no, that came off my A. I gotta put that back. Okay. So what I do when I'm layering this shirt is I take the layers and I kind of like do like a mock layer, because I need to see where, like for instance, this is going to be my top layer. However, I'm pressing this last. So because I don't want it to be too high on the collar, I have to measure it to make sure. Y'all, something is wrong here. I'm not sure what it is, but something is not right. This brick didn't stamp out. Okay, so this goes next. And then this one. Oh yes, it did. Never mind. I'm tripping. All right, and then this one. Okay, so this is how it's gonna look on the shirt. I have it nice and lined up because this is the layer I'm gonna press first. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. But again, I just do it that way to make sure I don't accidentally press it too high or too low. So I'm gonna go ahead, press this for, I'm gonna do 280 for 20 seconds. Hey everybody watching, how are you guys doing? Are you guys ready for BlingFest this weekend? I have been watching the weather because I wanted it to be warm so bad. And at first, when I first started looking at the weather like a couple weeks ago, I mean, like 10 days ago, I think 10 days, the 10-day forecast is as far as it'll go. So that was when I started watching the weather, and it was not looking good at first. And I was kind of scared because I have a dress. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape, because this brick is not like, the carrier sheet isn't sticky at all, so it's not like sticking to my shirt, and I don't want it to shift. Y'all, this is my first time using brick. I hope I like it. It feels thick. But anyways, I'm wearing a dress and I was kind of scared about the weather. So I bought some like pants jumpsuits just in case I had to ditch the dress. I'm going to do I'm gonna drop this down to 15 seconds. But when I looked at it today, it said it was going to be almost 80. So I am excited, and I hope that's true. I hope it is almost 80 because I want to wear the original dress I bought. I'm peeling this slow because, again, I've never used brick. I didn't even look at the settings. I'm just kind of winging it. If you are new, do not do what I'm doing. Look at the settings and press accordingly. I'm just, when you've been doing something so long and you just kind of wing it, but then you tell other people like, don't do what I do. Y'all, that looks really good. Okay, I like that. It's not like puff, but it's not like flat either. That's nice. I like that. Okay, our next layer is going to be the holographic. And then I'm just going to take some parchment paper and cover the middle because the brick is white, so I don't want to scorch it or anything. I'm not sure how it does with multiple presses. And I still got this press and then 2 more for my puff. I have every color of brick and have not used it at all. Really? I just ordered some sheets because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, but I got some sheets from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I got white, black, red, and blue. But I like it. This, I feel like my husband would like this. Like if I did his logo on a shirt, I think he would like this brick effect. Uh-oh, that one was a little not tucked down. The brick is very I guess unisex is the word I'm looking for. Like it gives the shirt dimension, but I could also see like men liking this effect as well. All right, now I'm going to press my puff layer. Now, with this Ricoma press, you guys, adjusting the pressure is absolute torture, to be perfectly honest. I love the press aside from adjusting the pressure. It's torture. And look, I had to literally purchase this to be able to adjust my pressure on this thing. Okay. So I just don't adjust my pressure, period. What I do if I need firm pressure, I add a pressing pillow. When it comes to puff, in my opinion, in my experience, if you press the puff kind of in the middle of the plate, in the middle of the press, I tend to get better results that way. Okay. So I'm going to cover up these other pieces with some parchment paper. I'm using a silver. It's a metallic. Metallic is a little fussy. And I'm going to put this back down to 8. But when I did it earlier, so I cut some test pieces. And I tried it at 280 for 8 seconds. And it came out fine. But when I was doing it before, it was looking really weird. I don't know. And I've heard other people say that. I've heard other people see, nah, it's not looking right. It's not looking right. It's not looking the way that it was looking earlier. I may have to press it again. Let me try it again. But I've heard other people that use the metallic puffs say the same thing, that the metallic puffs are fussy. Let me try it again. When I did it earlier, it worked out fine, but I had a little small piece. I cut a little small piece, so it's probably giving me a hard time now because I'm on live, right? That would be the only reason. No, I think it's this brick. I think the brick is not getting the pressure down. See? See what happens when you try new stuff on live? I think I need another pressing pillow. Where is my other pressing pillow? Basically, what I think is happening, the brick is stopping the puff from being able to get the pressure. Because it's not, yeah. Okay, so the brick is going to have to be on this layer. No, because I got puff up there too. No, I'm not going to be able to do this with brick. It's just going to give me a problem. Yeah, it's the brick. It gotta be. Cause this not right. This is not right. But I'm gonna have to roll with it. Okay. It don't look terrible, but it don't look right. Okay, so basically what I'm thinking is the brick is raised up off the shirt. And I think because of that, it's stopping the puff from being able to get the amount of pressure that it needs. So hopefully this one doesn't have that issue because it's not by the brick. Let's see. But I'm thinking that's what it is. Ouch. All right. This hopefully is our last press. Yep, I got the brick from Heat Transfer Warehouse. This metallic is acting up. Maybe it's a cool peel. All right, this one looks better. Not perfect, but it looks better. All right, let me go ahead and show you guys. And I couldn't get the metallic gold to work either. So I think it's not in my ministry to work with the metallics. All right, so this is the final product. Let me see if I can show you guys the brick and how it comes up off the shirt. This camera's kind of backwards. So can you see the brick and how it kind of comes up off the shirt, but not in the same way that puff does? So there's the puff, and the puff looks like it wants to puff now. But it comes up off the shirt, but not the same way that puff does. It's just like a dimensional type of, I don't know. Look, I like it. I like brick. Okay, so here the mama came out pretty well, except for right here got a little funky, and then same thing right here on the number 1 got a little funky. But metallic is fussy, I've heard. But this is the final product, and I got everything except the puff from Heat Transfer Warehouse. But I'm gonna go back over to my laptop. Let's see. I'm trying to mute this one so y'all don't. Okay, there we go. So there's the final product. I did order. I didn't even order a whole lot of the metallic, but I probably won't order more. I'm not really a fan. Let me go through. Hold on, I'm going through the comments. Yeah, the brick is nice. I really like the brick. What are the rhinestone colors on the shirt I'm wearing? Orange Dorado on the outline. The top part is champagne AB, and then the inside part is gold orange AB. Okay. The metallic puff is fussy. I bought another brand. I'm gonna try it. What brand do you have, T. Johnson? LaShonda, let me know how it goes, because I only order from Atlanta Vinyl as well. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Rondrea, for this one, I'm not gonna add the kids' names on the sleeve. So somebody actually asked me specifically how to do it on the sleeve. So I know I've seen like a lot of people just kind of, this is how it comes when you purchase it, right? And then it has the crease there. When I put mine on my other sleeve, I opened this up and I pressed it right on the crease, because if you think about when you go to put the sweatshirt on, the crease part runs down the top part like this. So if you put it right here, it's probably going to lay on the inside. If you put it here, it's probably going to lay on the inside. If you flip it over, this is probably going to sit on the outside. I wanted mine to kind of sit right here, like on the top of my wrist, kind of, so that, you know, when I'm walking around, you can see it. Because if it's on the inside of my shirt, then naturally you won't be able to see it unless I show you. And then it being on the outside would be fine. But for me, I wanted it to sit on the top part. So what I just did was I opened up my sleeve. On this one, there's a seam, so it might not work. The sweatshirt that I put it on, that I put the kids' names on, was a Gildan sweatshirt, and there was no seam. The Make Market has a seam, So if you do it the way I'm saying, then you would probably have to go for a sweatshirt or hoodie or whatever that does not have the seam. So this one wouldn't work. But the Gildan ones do not have a seam because I just did this a couple days ago. And I put it right here. And when I wore the sweatshirt, the kids' names sat right here at the top. I know somebody on Facebook specifically asked me that question of how to place the names, but that's the way that I do it. Again, it's personal preference on where you want it to sit. But if you just think about naturally how the sleeve sits when you put it on, just go based off of that. What are you guys? Are you guys talking about Matt? What are you guys asking Matt that he's ignoring? Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dee Dee. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to press the other shirts just because I know for a fact it would take me at least another hour to brush them in. And I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. So this was a really quick one. If you guys have any questions about Leonardo Design Studio, if you need me to show you something really quickly, I can. Angel, I have some. Okay. I've never heard of those companies. So I know when I got mine from a different company, I won't say the company's name, but when I got it from a different company, I couldn't get it to puff right. Puff is just something you have to play with. Let me show you my shirt and how I do it. I'll be right back. Okay, so when I'm testing out my puff, what I do is I literally cut like little squares like this. So I'll cut just really small pieces, an inch, maybe if that. And I press it at different ones. And I have another shirt like this that's like almost full. I can't find it. I don't know where I put it. But I have another shirt like this that's pretty much almost full with like different colors because when I get a new color or a new kind of flock, or maybe it's a different company, basically what I do is I test it. And this is just like a shirt that I messed up. So like I was doing this design. This was supposed to be puff. Y'all, I don't know what the heck happened, but this did not do right. So I was just like, all right, this is just gonna be like a test shirt. So anytime I mess up a shirt, I always keep it. And that's just like my test shirt that I use for scraps. I think here I tried, this was supposed to be sublimation and something, I don't know, something, as you can see, it didn't work. Whatever I was doing, it didn't work. And then now, like today, I was testing the silver puff on the shirts. And as y'all can see, it came out fine here. But then when I just went to press it there, it was giving me a problem. So I don't know. But this is how I test mine out. Just little squares like this. And I tried different times, different temperatures. Like if I test one square and it doesn't come out, then I'll get cut another square and I'll maybe I start by upping the seconds. So I'll start at a low time, so like 8 seconds. And if it doesn't come out right, and the way you can tell is if it needs more time or more pressure is if it's the way that it looks. It's kind of hard to explain. But if it needs more pressure, then it will not come up. When you go to take the carrier sheet off, the vinyl will start to come off the shirt too. That means it needs more pressure. If it needs more time, it'll stick to the shirt, but it'll look kind of flat a little bit. Hopefully that makes sense. So if it sticks to the shirt, but it's like flat, kind of looking weird, then I know I need to press it again for more time. So then I'll go from 8 seconds to maybe 10 or 11 seconds or something like that. But if it's not sticking at all to the shirt when I'm pulling the carrier sheet, then I know I need more pressure. Oh, to use the new flock that they have now. Sharon, the colors on my shirt are Orem Dorado, Champagne AB, and then Gold Orange AB. Hello, everyone watching. The second puffs I got are called Fashion Flex and Color Splash Lava Puff. Okay. Well, let me know how that goes. I'm pretty like happy with Atlanta vinyl. Aside from the metallics, I like everything else. Like the neons have been good. The like the regular primary colors, like I haven't really had any issues except for the metallics. And I heard that metallics are fussy across the board no matter where you get them from. I just think I'm good on metallics, to be perfectly honest. I was trying some gold metallic the other day and it looked horrible. No matter how many times I pressed it, no matter how many times I tested it, it just looked bad every time. So, and then this one, I mean, this one is better than the gold. I will say that. It's not as bad, but still. Y'all know me. Y'all know I don't like to be stressed out when it comes to stuff. So if it's giving me too many problems, I'm going to throw it in the trash. I don't care. I do not care. If you taking away my peace, you out of here. I did squares in a tiny t-shirt. Yep. Yep. Definitely test out your puff, guys. Hey, Gabriella from Italy. Can you press glitter and puff on the same shirt? Yes, Tracy. So I have glitter and puff on this shirt. This black outline is glitter. I know you kind of can't see it, but it's just regular black Siser glitter and then puff on the inside. This outline on this one is a little bit thicker. This is Siser purple glitter with the Atlanta vinyl lilac puff. Y'all, I think my sneeze is finally about to come. But yeah, I have multiple different vinyls on these. This one is puff, holographic, flock, glitter, and puff. And then this one is puff, holographic, brick, glitter, and puff. So you can definitely press multiple different vinyls. It's just you just have to figure out how to layer them and how to maneuver. So like I was kind of saying earlier, I keep my press on 280 and then I adjust the time. So the first layer that I press is the glitter vinyl. And typically Siser glitter vinyl, I believe the time and temperature is like 350 for 30 seconds or something like that. But because this is the first layer, I know I'm going to be pressing this layer like 3 or 4 more times. So to avoid over pressing it, I press it at a lower temperature. It'll tack down at 280. And then again, I had to press it 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. Okay. Thank you guys. I got the brick vinyl from Heat Transfer Warehouse. I can't remember. I don't remember if I linked it in the description box, but I got it from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Girl, okay. If you want it, I will send it to you, Delonda. Thank you guys. I think the gold is horrible in any form. The gold puff has not worked out for me at all, no matter how many times I try to use it. Y'all, hold on. My sneeze is coming. And I'm gonna mute my mic because it's about to be a loud one. I'll be right back. Oh, y'all, that sneeze made my eyes water. It's been tickling my nose for 2 hours. Oh, all right. Patrice, you are funny. Not finally. Can you explain what brick is? Yep. So brick is kind of like it raises off the shirt, but it's not like puff. Okay, so puff is like puffy. Let me see if I can show you. I'm trying to like look in the camera and let me turn this off. Maybe that'll work. So I don't know if you can see it, but this is brick right here, and it raises off the shirt, but not the same way that puff does. It kind of just gives it like a kind of 3D, like three-dimensional type look. It sits off the shirt, but it doesn't puff off the shirt. To me, this is a very kind of like unisex vinyl. Okay, so this to me like would look like I was saying earlier, my husband's logo would probably look really, really good with this, just because it sits off the shirt and it just kind of gives it a new, like not new, but like kind of gives it, a different look, to where it's just not like regular vinyl. It's like regular vinyl but raised, if that makes sense. I'm not good at explaining stuff, but hopefully that makes sense. It's like a regular vinyl but raised. No sound. Y'all can't hear me? She just called me so quick. Can you guys still hear me? Because I did mute it to answer her call, but she hung up. um, but yeah, it's basically just like regular vinyl, but it's just raised a little bit off the shirt. It gives it a different it just gives it a different look. He transfer warehouse sticks on the website. They ship international. Wrong. I try to order. They don't ship to Europe. Oh man. Needless to say, they lost the customer. They don't ship anything, or they don't ship some stuff. That's unfortunate. What color rhinestones did you use on the "You Are Enough" stack shirt? Where is it? Okay, so this is if you guys are just popping in, I showed earlier that I did make another template. It says "You Are Enough," and this one is stacked. So for this one, I did Labrador on the outline. The top layer is Violet Ice. No, it's Violet Volcano. The middle layer is Violet Ice. And then the bottom layer is Light Siam AB. And then Enough is a part of the outline, so it's also in Labrador. This one is a bundle file. It's linked in my description box. It comes with stacked vinyl files. So just a regular SVG that you could use with vinyl. This is the stacked one. And then I did do one where it's not stacked. This one is not stacked, but y'all, I tried to get a little, fancy with the two-tone. The colors I use kind of make it look like it's not, but it is. So it's two different colors. This top part is aquamarine AB, and then the bottom part is emerald AB. But this one is a two-tone file. And then I used icicles on the outline. And then this, excuse me, this is just a single layer. This one doesn't have a vinyl file. It's just the rhinestone file. The stacked one does have a matching vinyl file. I'm looking for brick on heat transfer warehouse. Yeah, I should have linked it. I forgot. It's on there as, let me look. Let me go to heat transfer warehouse. It's a Siser brand. So I know they have like a Siser tab. Is Siser brick. Yep. So if you go under the HTV tab, you should see Siser. It'll say Easy Weed Stretch. Second from the bottom, it says Siser brick. Oh, Gabrielle, I'm sorry to hear that. It's very unfortunate. Atlanta Vinyl is where I get mine from for the brick. Janita, is it good from Atlanta Vinyl? The only thing I've purchased was the puff from Atlanta Vinyl. That's the only thing I've purchased from them. Thank you so much. So informative, but I'm making patterns for my outfit for Friday. All right. Okay. I might try out their vinyl. The only thing I've ever tried from from Atlanta Vinyl is the puff, but I really love the puff. So I can only imagine that everything else is also really good. But yeah, I don't have enough time to bling. Just because it would take me at least an hour to brush it in and press it. And I'm hungry. I have not eaten yet today, so I am going to say goodnight. If nobody has any questions about Leonardo Design Studio, I specifically wanted to show you guys how to make that file just because when I posted that hoodie, that sweatshirt to Facebook, I was getting a lot of questions about how to do it. The only thing that would be like a little tedious when you're using that file is the established part of it, because let's say you were going to sell this, this part would have to be different for every sweatshirt. Basically, it would have to be customized to them. And I did, one of my friends that I went to school with, she did place an order for one of these, and I did have to change this to 2015. But essentially, you would just go in and you would have to change these top two pieces here, this piece and this piece. Now I have something stuck in my throat. All right. So for those going to BlingFest, I will see you guys this weekend. Probably some of you on Friday, some of you on Saturday. You guys, I wanted to show you guys my shoes so bad for the BlingFest on Saturday. They're gym shoes and they are completely blinged out. And I wanted to show y'all, but my husband was like, nope, just wait. Just pop out with them on Saturday. So I will see you guys Friday and or Saturday for BlingFest. If you won't be there, hopefully you can join us virtually. Otherwise, I will see y'all. I'm going to try to go live on Monday. So I come back home Sunday afternoon. So I'm going to try to go live again on Monday because I think Mondays work. Mondays have been working for me. Do Mondays work for you guys? Because Mondays are working for me. So I think Mondays at 7, I'm gonna go ahead and dedicate that to my lives. But so I'll try next Monday night to come live. Because like I said, I do land Sunday afternoon. So I feel like that should be plenty enough time for me to rest. But yes, if I don't see you at BlingFest or virtually, then I will see y'all next week. You guys have a great night. Good night.